Okay, so this is my journal. This is from the beginning of this month. Now this is all my trade for. I even do not know that I took more trade this month. Last month I took about 25 trade, but this month I took 27 trade. So with data, one of the things that you should know is that data don't lie, right? Data don't lie, and that's why I told you that if you have any account, please journal. These are things that you're supposed to do. Don't rely on emotions. Okay, data do not lie. If you look at how all these AIs and all of them are working, it's because years of data, they've been able to get years of data. If you ask any AI to do something now, it's not going to just create a new thing. It's going back to files that has been gathered for years. Okay, so they will been able to get tons of data. Okay, and then that is what all these things are working about. So what you two can work on when you get to a particular level in trading and you become a professional trader, what you will now get to be doing another time is um what we call data. You're not working based on data. Currently now, myself, I'm working on based on data. I'm not working on maybe emotion again. Look, I'm not saying that emotion is going to set in when I have maybe any problem. Of course, I can find myself misbehaving sometimes. Okay, so but it's not going to be regularly. As a matter of fact, when I have any issues with my emotion, the best thing I can do is to walk away from chat that time, stop trading, and then come back and then I continue doing what I want to do. But I'm not being moved by any other thing now than pure data, because I have tons of data. Okay, I have stayed long in the market. I have the experience, and there are things I can work on. So this is my trading journal for June. So for those people now that I said I want to show you something, please bear with go move with me now, understand what I want to do now. So for perfect, we can just use the AIs these days to our own good, right? We can use those into our own good now. So after having a journal like this, I did two things. Okay, to evaluate myself every month and weekly most of the time. So this is one out of the two. Let me just take this off. I want to capture everything. Okay, so basically what I want to capture is the name of the PS. Okay, for June, I want to capture the date when I open and the close date. Okay, I believe you are following me. I want to cover my entry, all of this, and then the last thing I want to also cover is my wins and my close. Okay, so I want to make sure that everything shows within the screen, right? So now I have everything within my screen, right? So now I'm going to screenshot it. Okay, after screenshotting this, I will now go to ChatGPT. Please permit me. uh, so I go to ChatGPT to be able to get what I want to get, because I don't want to go to, this time you just need to use AI for your good. I don't want to go through the stress of looking at which one is profitable, which one is not profitable. So I'm going to capture everything like this. Okay, I just captured everything now and then copied. Okay, so I'm going to bring my ChatGPT to the other screen now so that you can see it. Okay, let me just go to ChatGPT straight away. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I have now. I've copied it. I'm going to search ChatGPT. Chat. Okay, sorry, please. So let me have that on my screen now. Let it load up, please. So I'm going to show you. This was a prompt I just generated myself. It might not be too well organized, but just bear with me. I just have it from my head. Okay, so but maybe I will try to adjust one or two errors there, then I'll forward it to you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that my picture that I screenshot earlier. Okay, I'm going to the stuff is still loading. Okay, my network is a little bit bad, so I'm going to send that my screenshot I did earlier, which is from my journal. Okay, I'm going to send it down here. Now the reason I'm doing this is my manual journal, and I'm not going to get my real data of how I placed the trade, how I did all of those things on my empty file for my trading platform, any of my trading platform. I can even go to my Profirm's dashboard, okay, and then get the real data. Those are the things I do most of the time. The network is a little bit bad. I think I've opened it on a okay, let me do something, please. Just bear with me. I'm going to send this to let me send it to the general group, because I need to copy. That's why I did not share the original one. I need to copy it. So just bear with me, please. Okay, I've done that. Now let me cancel this and bring the original one to my screen. I don't want to waste your time. Okay, so now I have everything here. Okay, okay, so this is the information. I have a black screen here, but I believe you can see what I want to show you for those people on the TikTok. So now this is what I want to do. Let me open a new chart. Hopefully the network is good enough for that. Good. So what I copied earlier, let's go back to my journal. Let's go back to my journal. So I'm going to do the screenshot again. Okay, it's not as tedious as what you are seeing now. It's just simple, but you know, I did not plan showing you this before now. I'm only doing that because I've promised the trading room members to show them, and I can just show them once and for all. So just, I don't need all the link for my before and after. You can see this. Okay, so I just take the screenshot, copy, go to ChatGPT, drop it on ChatGPT. Okay, I just dropped that picture on ChatGPT, and then this is going to be the command I'm going to give ChatGPT. Okay, so I will, if you need it, you can just reach out to me. Even if you need it on TikTok, just reach out to me. I will forward it to you. Okay, so this is what I want ChatGPT to do for me. I want to give me the above picture is my June trade journal. So I want to write a monthly trading performance review. I would like you to give me a summary of my trade for June by giving me the following details. You give, if you want the best of ChatGPT, you have to give him details. Okay, so this one is for you to have performance, to be able to track your performance and then improve yourself. I've said something earlier that one of the best things you can do in life is to have data. Look, even in business, if you have enough data, you are these are things that help me. The first time I can say that I begin to have huge success in my trading was when I started journaling my trade, to be sincere with you, because now I know my capacity. So let's look at it together. The total trades taken, winning trade, losing trade, break evens, winning rates, calculating the winning rates, give me the average, and all of that. Okay, so let me just give it to ChatGPT, and then let's see what ChatGPT is going to do for us. Okay, it's going to give me the breakdown of everything and even give me key lessons, what I should improve on, and all of that. So you can see this now. Total trade taking. It should just in seconds here just give us what we need. Okay, total trade taking, it should give me that. This is not giving me. Okay, I think it's not working at its best. Network is moving, so let me give you what it gave me earlier, so that we can work with that, right? So that I will not just waste time. So this was what I have, same prompts. Okay, now I have a summary of each. My total trade was 27. I have winning trade of 16. I have losing trade of 8. And this month now, what has ever happened to me in the last 5 years happened this month. Okay, I've never had 4 losing streak before, but this month I had 4 losing streak. That's I had quite a number of issues I passed through this week. So this month rather, so probably that was what announced that. I'm not justifying myself, but I've never had 4 losing streak. The highest I used to have is 3. Okay, so losing trade now, break even and close at entry. You can see that now with this information I can now make decisions. Now my winning rate for that last month was 56. The previous month, which was May, that would be May, it was 50 something, that's 55. But this month now it has improved. You can see how I'm working on all of those things. Now my total pips I was able to make 1,100 and something pips, and my losing pips was 1,860 pips, and then the total pips which I gained is now 940 something pips. Okay, even with the least loss size 0.01, you can see what I'm doing. I have data of what I'm doing. Okay, I can tell you that this is what I do. I can repeat it because I have data of it. So my best trade, like I said earlier, was what? EURNZD. My worst trade this month was what was it called? XAUSD. Not that I did not make some money with it, but it was not, when you compare everything, it ended up in losses. Okay, now 5 consecutive losses. Can you see? I never wins rather, 5 consecutive wins. I used to have 5, I used to have 6 consecutive wins, but this is the first time I have losing streak of 4 consecutive, and it even gave me the date. This is how this thing is very detailed. Okay, so then my goal for the month is to achieve 2%. I did send a pool last week, earlier at the end of last week rather, and I said that what's the most achievable or realistic target. Most people chose 10 to 20, even some people say 20. It's not achievable, to be sincere. Even if you try that in a year, you might not even be able to do that once in a year. I'm telling you the truth. I'm giving you not fallacy this time around. I'm giving you what works. So target 3 to 5%. Myself, I target 2%. Okay, but sometimes I used to do more than 2%. Definitely, I can do 3, I can do 5. But if I do 5, I reduce my loss size. I reduce my risk drastically. Okay, because now I just want to be playing. If I do that, maybe the first 2 weeks of the month, 5% the first 2 weeks of the month. The second month, I know that all throughout the month I cannot be profitable. Okay, and if the market is good to you the first 2 weeks of the month, the next 2 weeks might be bad, or the middle week might be bad. So these are the things, psychology of the market, because the market will not trend all over. Do you understand that? Okay, so all over, market will not trend all over. So these are things that you need to put in place and then understand very well when it comes to the market. Okay, so what are the key lessons? Now, many trades many trades with 1.5, that's 1 to 5 risk to ratio reward was the despite some losses, okay, were the best for me. So the one that gave me more profit were the one that moved 1 to 5 risk to ratio reward. Okay, you consistently close trade at solid level. Okay, so I was able to maintain a particular losses. Okay, your losses were mostly within control. You can see minus 20 to 50 pips in control, and closing 3 trades at entry avoid further losses. Okay, so then I look at what are the areas to improve. Back to back losses, consider stepping back after 2 losses. Now with this suggestion, I now have it at the back of my mind that after 2 losses on a particular pair, I'm not going to trade that trade again. Okay, maybe I enter the trade on that particular trade, and then after that again I saw that there's an opportunity, I entered again. After that second try, I will not enter again. And that was one of the things I did last week and last month, especially on gold. I entered almost 5 times. After I lost, I enter again and enter again. Okay, I know that I don't do that normally, but of course I've passed that level. But emotion came into that last week and then last month, and then that happened. These are things I'm showing you now. I'm using mine as an example so that you yourself will be able to do that on your own self, and then be able to develop yourself, and then give yourself a better psychology. So when you get to this level now, you will not be disturbed with psychology, or psychology will not be your major problem. What will not be your major thing you are going to be focusing on is ability to scale up, ability to develop yourself more. Okay, so let's look at this again. Break even, XAU results in 2 losses and only 1 win. So I only had 1 win on XAU and 2 losses. You can see that. Now trades on lower time frame show high accuracy. Okay, the ones I took on lower time frame, like 2 to 4%, you can see all of those things now giving me a clear direction of what I need to do. Now what is now the major thing recommendation? You are on track. Focus more on trade filtering and avoid emotional re-entering. Can you see? I said that earlier. I myself, I knew that, but with this data I'm able to what? Get this clearly. There's another thing I want to show you. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Okay, so and then let's look at it now. Reinforce your strength in tight risk to ratio reward management and protect your what? Your capital. Now after this, the next thing I did was to go to my I have another monthly. If you need that, let me know, I'll send it to you. I have another monthly journaling. Okay, and this is it. Let me zoom that up now so that you'll be able to see that very well. Okay, so this is my monthly journal now. This one is my monthly, the summary of everything, so that I can just quickly go to this and then see what is happening on my trades. Okay, see what is happening on my trade. Let me zoom it up a little bit more so that you'll be able to see it much more better. Okay, so this is what I have there. Okay, now the information this one is telling me was March and April. I did not journal this because I was not really active within March and April. So May, this was May. I would now be able to look at how am I having progress within the 2 or 3 months, or anyhow it works. So for May I had 23 trades. For June I took more trade, but this time around now my winning trades move more, and then I had what's it called, this is my losing trade. I have a break even trade 2, and then this month 3. My winning rate also increased this month to 59%, almost 60%. I used to have 90% before, but I discovered that when I reduced my my stop loss, that was when I begin to have all this 60% winning rate or 50% winning rate. My winning rate has been within 50%, but because I reduced my stop loss, and I think I want to go back to what I used to do before, that makes me to have 80% to 90% winning rate. Okay, but nevertheless too, the major thing is that am I making pips from it. So my the highest crystal ratio reward I think was 1 to 5, based on the data I showed you earlier. Then I have total pips I was able to make was 1186 pips in total, and then the one I lost was 186. You can see how I keep my losses very short, very small. Now this is the highest. On EURNZD alone I was able to make 250 pips. Okay, then on XAUSD, which is my worst trade, I had 50 pips losses. Okay, then my losing streak and my winning streak was 5. This is the within the month, the time duration within the month. And then my can you say I never had 2 losing streak before, more than 2 losing streak or 3 losing streak, but this month I had 4. It was so crazy, I don't know why. Okay, so I achieved 4% of my trading capital, more than my monthly target of 2%. I told you earlier you don't need to go for 5%. Okay, now what should I focus on? You can say last month I need to focus more on what? Trade management. But this month now, considering stepping back after 2 losses, with this data that I have, let's come back next month and I will show you what I was able to do. Okay, with this full data that I have, let me come back next month and then I will be able to show you what I was able to do. These are ways to go it. I'm saying all these things, I'm giving you all these things so that you can develop yourself just like the way I'm developing myself. Okay, so I'm going to go off on TikTok now, then we go to our market outlook so that I'll be able to focus. The TikTok stuff is not really making me to focus. So I'm going to go on my market outlook now to see what we are expecting next week. Okay, so do you all get the data? Do you all get all the data, please? Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so those people I promised to show that, do you also get that? And quite a number of other people too that have been able to benefit from that. Now let's go straight to business. Good. Let me say this first. One of the things that we should focus on if we want to be realistic, from what I've said earlier, don't target 10%. Never target 10% in a month. Okay, now there's a saying by Jim Rohn. He said that what you cannot make up in skills, make it up in number. That's why I used to tell you that the highest thing you can do to yourself is to scale up. I just went on my account during that last month or so, doing that my winning losing streak. I lost an account. It was not due to drawdown. It was because of I never knew that the platform I was using as what they used to call this trailing stop. So that was what caused it. So as though I knew I would never have been. I'm telling you this outrightly. I'm telling you with full confidence. I have passed the level of losing platform account because I already know how it works, and how it works is the same thing I'm giving you now. Okay, how it works. Make sure you do not your trade. I know that if I'm the one that trained you, it might be easier for you and you have not deviated from the style I'm trading. Maybe you have moved to ICT or so. It might be a little bit different. But if you are still trading the same way I trade, okay, I'm telling you, what you just need to eliminate your emotion. You are going to definitely become profitable trader. I have quite a number of people on this life that I know them consistently making money. Some of them are already break-even traders. Some of them are already professional trader. Okay, so don't follow data. Follow what you can do. Don't your trade, and then you'll be able to get it. And don't seek for high returns. Don't, because the forex market itself, those people that put their money on USD, currently they are not making money. Those people that are holding BTC, are they really making money now? So these are the things that you should ask yourself. These are the things that you should ask yourself. Even the what is it called? The S&P 500 in a year do not do more than the highest is going to do is maybe 20% or 30%, and you are after 10% or 20% in a month. My dear, my bro, forex does not work like that. These are the lies that they've told us. I was told that lies too. Okay, until later I discovered that no, this thing doesn't work like that. I studied data of professional traders, I watched broadcasts of professional traders, and then I came to that conclusion that the first thing you should do is to be able to manage your money, manage your risk in trading. Okay, you're going to find yourself in shit in life. It's normal. Shit is part of life. But if you know how to manage those things, you are going to definitely what? Scale up and then overcome those things. So let's go straight to the first analysis I have here. Then we'll begin to call all of that analysis in place. Okay, so let me delete all this, and I'm going to show you a step-by-step analysis of this particular pair. The reason I have interest in this is because I have looked at it into it and I saw that we should have opportunity on it. The first thing I want to do as a trader okay, is for me to be able to get the bias of trade. When I say bias of trade, where is price coming from? I can see that price is coming from this level, multiple rejection. I told you earlier that multiple rejection is one of the things that you need to look out for. Multiple rejection, there's a rejection here, there's a rejection here, and then currently we have a rejection also. And on the monthly time frame, 2 3 months ago, we saw
Sorry,
price.
I'm not seeing your screen.
Can others see my screen, please?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, boss, we can see.
Okay, Pelumi, it's your network. Okay, so now this is what I want to do. I want to make sure that this level is this is where my price is coming from, and then the next thing I want to see is where price is definitely what going. This is simple, very very simple. Now when we understand this, if you want to apply Elliott wave, this is now how you apply your Elliott wave. You now begin to look for how price is going to count Elliott wave from year to year. Okay, now there are two another thing that I have not really explained to you guys is the middle range. Okay, now if you look at this level, price is currently at the middle range. If you really calculate this, if you calculate this and this, you see that price currently in the middle range. Now the first thing you should seek for is when you are buying from a key support like this, okay, buy first to the middle range, because from this middle range price can pull back. You can see something like this that price did, okay, around here. You can see this level too, something like that, because the middle range too will also have what, some level of strength. I'm just trying to show you that just to add to your routine, okay, but I don't really mark it up like that. So where price is coming from, or what I want to do now when price is coming from a support is I want to buy to what, a resistance. Now let's look at what we can now use to track it monthly, weekly rather. Just like what I said about the middle range, you can see where how price has broken this level and price has come back to this level. For the trading room guys, I've already explained to you supply and demand, the secret behind supply and demand. It still work with the same thing with that middle range, right? Now the next thing I want to now do is that with this I can see a bearish trend line. Okay, if you look at this very well, we can be able to spot a bearish trend line. Now it's not that I want to sell, okay, but I want to just use this my trend line in line with what I want to do. My best entry will have been this. Last month gave me a perfect entry, but I slept on that. Okay, so now what I want to do now, I want to now see what price is doing. Now all this thing that price did here is clear. So we've seen this, right? What we should be doing is two things: price break this, retest this, and then we continue buying. We hold our buy massively to the upward side, because that massive pushing up will now occur after the breakout of this. That's one. Okay, two, if I don't want to apply that, this is what I'm going to do. I want to understand the formation of price here. What is price doing here? Can someone answer that question? What is price doing here? Is there anyone that want to answer that question? I've explained divergence and convergence. I think I did that 2 weeks ago or last
Is
week.
re-
Yeah, Pelumi, want to say? Go ahead.
no, I said is ranging or yeah,
Yes.
it's converging.
Yes, that's convergence or ranging or consolidation or sideways market as the way you can see it. Now, within this convergence, we can definitely see strength, because in the real sense, even the higher time frame that we mark is actually convergence or ranging. But within this daily convergence also, we can go down and then see what trend within it. If I go to somewhere around 1 hour, you will see, or 2 hours, you will definitely see trend. You can see all of this could have been a trend, all of this could have been a downward trend and an upward trend. So but I'm not ready to do that. I just want to go to around 4 hours and then see. I saw a continuation pattern around there. Okay, so within this other one, what I want to do now is that I want to see something like this. This was what I saw. Okay, I saw. And what can we call this? What can we call this? This is not obvious. Okay, but what do we see here? Who can tell me what this is? What do we have here? No one want to answer.
Falling wedge.
Good. Who said that? I did not grab the person. Who said that? I want to know. Goodness. Good. this is a falling wedge, and falling wedge in this instance, in this instance simply means what? Simply means continuation pattern. Okay, so we already see the breakout of that falling wedge. I've explained something to you before. This is where people always rush into trade. I've explained something to you before, that when we have two types of breakout, you can tell me the two types of breakout that we have. Let me be able to see if you are really following all I've been teaching so far. We have two types of breakout. Who can tell me the types of breakout that we have? I'm waiting now. Let's be fast. That means you have not been following. Some of the things I say in these classes, it's enough for you to have a full course. Okay, so you can write this down so that you'll be able to understand it later. We have two types of breakouts. We have immediate breakout and retest, and then we have breakout and proper retest. Price has given us immediate retest here. Okay, a breakout and immediate retest, which price has already traveled from here to this place, which is good, about 64 pips. Now price should come back and give us a proper retest, and that is where the ICT guys will say that fair value gap and all of those things. Now I'm expecting price to come back to this place or this place. Okay, I can't really ascertain where price is going to get to before turn around. I can see, but the reason I'm looking for this place is because if you go to lower time frame, you will definitely see what I call demand and supply area here, right? So there's a demand area around this place. Now I used to say that when there's a level that price broke, price will always look for how liquidity beyond that level. Okay, and that's what people used to call liquidity sweep. The ICT guys to call liquidity sweeps, and this is where I'm expecting it. Another thing I can confirm the reason I'm expecting price to come to this place is this. Let's use our Fibonacci retracement level. I don't really often use it, but of course it works. You can see that Fibonacci retracement level do not end up here, but it end up here, 50% to 60% Fibonacci retracement level. You can see. So that is what makes this level to be a level of my interest now. Then I can also see the way 4 hours rejected this level already. Definitely there's high possibility that price is going to come back to this region. Then what I'm just expecting price to do here is to come back to this place. Okay, it doesn't mean that if price come to this place I cannot still hit stop loss. If price come to this place, I want to see aggressiveness, price sweeping liquidity. And how do we see that? We definitely see wick around that place. When I see that wick, that is where I want to get in. Okay, and my take profit will definitely be, let's go to daily time frame again. I cannot see what I'm talking about. Okay, my take profit, at least my first take profit will be around this level, and that is how you see me picking lot of pips ahead of price. This is about 260 pips. Okay, then if price break this level, definitely this is where we are going next. Okay, this is where we are going next. That means in total we might be seeing about 400 something pips in this in this analysis. Now this is one scenario that price can do. I used to tell you that price can either do two scenarios. Okay, price might decide to come to this place and then continue buying. So how should you pick that kind of anticipation? Just wait for a breakout of this level, and then a clear breakout on this, and then price turn this place to support, broken turn to resistance. This is going to be my second my second anticipation. My first anticipation is the best anticipation for me. Okay, and this is my second anticipation. Another thing we can do again is applying an advanced method of channel. Okay, so let's go to the higher time frame and give ourselves a channel. I think I did a video on the course I'm working on recently on channel. So if you have access to that course, you can definitely now, and this is what I'm expecting price to do. I'm going to clone this. Okay, you can see this, what I have here. Then like I said earlier that I'm expecting price to come back to this place. You can see I'm expecting price to come back to this channel. Okay, and then price will give us this. Then we can count Elliott wave and all of those things around here. So this is my take on this pair. Do we all understand this? Do we all understand this? So let me send this. I will not be sending charts to the general group more. Okay, I will only be sending it to the Telegram platform and then the trading room. Okay, that's where I'll be sending chat. I will not be sending to general, but I'll be having general meetings like this within well between every one of us. But you will not see my chart analysis again on the general group. Okay, so there are other reasons for that also. You can see that I was just sending updates, just normal regular things on the group, so I'm not sending so AUD card. So let's entertain any other AUD card. Let's entertain any other analysis. Is there any other analysis you want me to look into? Is there any other analysis you want me to look into? I believe you all can hear me.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we want to all digest at the this thing abi this one I just explained or what?
This one I just
Card.
or what? I've dropped it.
You said what?
Euro, dollar, and
Euro
euro.
dollar, Euro USD abi, Euro
Yes,
USD.
sir.
Euro USD has gotten to a particular place. We need to price to give us a clear direction. For now, I'm not seeing any move on Euro USD for now, but Euro is strong, and the best pair you can trade for now is Euro. Okay, because of that strength, we can see price breaking out of this and then get to this place.
We
But
can
for me,
buy
the way I trade, you know that I don't trade on this level. Assume I'm still on it, I could have hold it down to this place. Okay, so if you see a breakout and retest here, you can continue price to the upper side. Okay, so but I'm expecting price to retrace a little bit before going up. I'm expecting that price to retrace a little. But if price don't do that, but all what you should be looking at for is still what, a buy. Okay, because we already have an extension here. And then another thing we can do is that we can have an extended wave 3. Okay, meaning that this should not be a wave 3. The whole of this calculation here will not be a wave 3. Then we now have the another what, wave 5 now. Okay, so there's what we call extended wave 3. So that might also happen here, and that's what I'm suspecting here already. But nevertheless, let's price give the lead. For me, I'm done with Euro USD for now. I'm done. But if I want to just play around with it, I will reduce my lot size drastically. Which one again did I? There's one, but Euro, our GBP NZD, we should see reason to go in more on GBP NZD now. We should see reason to go in more on GBP NZD. All the pairs that we have on the trading room, let's just target it. All of those pairs. Let's target all of those pairs. I think I have GBP CHF also. This GBP CHF was so dynamic last week for me, but I believe it's going to sell now. It's going to sell now because if price can come back to this level, we can have another entry. Okay, we can have another entry if price come back to this level. And then the misjudge I had there selling here first was because I miscalculate my counting for the triangle. But nevertheless, that happens. I was trying to force it out. Okay, so what else? What else? Now, GBP JPY, Euro JPY rather. I saw Euro JPY. Well, someone want to see something? We'll have jump on the trend of Euro JPY.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I actually want to ask those pairs that there's how you explain those pairs again. You that you said you should be considering if you want to trade for the next week, like euro pound. If euro is stronger, you should focus more on euro. So I want to like I don't know if you can really list those pairs again. You mentioned euro pound,
Okay, I got
you
the question.
mentioned hard CHF.
Okay, I can't do that now. Maybe I will just try to get a document on that. I think I've done a document on that before. I'll pass across to you. But now, one of the things I used to do is that towards the end of last week, we can see that throughout last week, GBP was stronger than GBP was stronger uh, than Euro throughout last week. And how do you know? Just go to Euro USD, Euro GBP. With this, that was what made me to be looking for, and that was what made me to stop selling GBP CHF. Are you guys understanding this thing? This thing is a big trick I'm explaining to you. Now that was what made me to stop selling what GBP CHF when I discovered that GBP is strong. How will I know that GBP is strong? Just go to Euro GBP. If Euro GBP is selling, GBP is strong. If Euro GBP is buying, Euro is strong. Then all what I should be focusing on is Euro PS. You can see that even the target on that Euro USD that we have, this is another explanation. You are taking me to another thing entirely. That Euro USD that we have, let's go to it. We can see this is it. We can see this was on Friday. Okay, this was on. You can see that price already got to that place on Thursday already, Euro, and then the next thing price was doing was just to play around that level already. Now price was not moving momentum. It was only Monday that gave us that strong momentum, and then all the other ones, it was because USD itself was weak. That was what made this to be going. But let's try and look at GBP USD. GBP USD moved more than Euro USD. You can see that the candlestick on GBP USD, they were moving more because GBP itself was what strong. You can see what I'm talking about now. It was only on Friday that GBP stopped to be strong, and then Euro start to be what to start getting momentum, and that is why I'm going to be trading Euro this coming week more. I'm expecting Euro. I can go in again on Euro GBP because I remember that I have unfulfilled trade analysis on it. The analysis has not ended yet. Okay, so for you to be able to decipher those pairs very well, I will give you all the pairs to be able to do these things perfectly well. I'll give you all the pairs now. One is GBP USD, GBP Euro GBP for the Euro and GBP pairs. AUDNZD for AUD and NZD pairs. CAD CHF for CAD and CHF pairs. Which one again? Which one have I not mentioned? USD CAD for USD and CAD. Now look at all these pairs I mentioned. You will see that all their difficult areas are very very near. They all function at the same trading sections. Okay, and quite a number of times they have similar it's not they have similar how would I put now? They have similar economy. Okay, so they are not things that you just rely on, no, but there are ways to filter your trade. And there's a website I've shared already to also do that on before. All these are things that I do on a regular basis that makes me to be able to know pairs I need to go into, pairs I need to go into. Okay, so if you see silver buying more, gold will sell most of the time. Gold will not have momentum. It shows that normally gold is what people, you can see how gold was moving. Silver was moving massively here. What was gold doing? Gold was now in another time. When gold was buying massively, what was silver doing? Silver was ranging. Okay, it shows that because they attract similar investors. That's why those are just they are just logic. Okay, they are just logic. Okay, so which one? I think I've talked about the major ones that you need to know. JPY is neutral among all of them. I will repeat myself again. When it comes to GBP and Euro PS, you go to Euro GBP. You use Euro GBP to decipher which one you are going to trade for that week. If Euro GBP, if you discover that okay Euro is stronger, then you go for Euro. Okay, then you can now go to, let me say, USD CAD. Now if Euro is stronger and in USD CAD is stronger than USD, then what will I do? I will go and trade. If Euro is stronger, I will go and trade Euro USD more. You will see that I just need to get entry and do your proper analysis, and then you go. Okay, these are just logic that you can use. They are logic, like I've said. So but they are not the only thing that you rely on. They are just the after your analysis procedures you take. Okay, as a matter of fact, they are not verified, but you can verify it by you using it. It's not a popular general accepted techniques. Okay, because they will not work all the time, but you use them to. That's why I said every tools you use in trading, know how and why you are using them. You use them to filter your trade. You have 10 analysis that you are seeing buy or sell on for the week, then use this to be able to filter some of those things. By the way, you might also have another one you might misjudge sometimes. Okay, sometimes, like I've said. So let me quickly have a conclusion, Eagles GBP CHF will be one of my major trade I'm going to be trading this week. What again? Okay, I want to look at Euro JPY. That's the last one I will be looking at for today. Then I will entertain any general question you want me to look into. Okay. Okay. Now the break of this level is our best place to start buying. You can see how price broke this and retest. Okay, go to your time frame. All these things are things that I've explained over the years. This is where price is going. Okay, this might retrace a little bit for the week. Okay, for the week, and you can see where price got to for last month or so. So it might retrace a little bit to the nearest demand level and then price to continue. But all what you should be looking for here is to buy. Price can pull back to this place, but I doubt that in a week. It might not do that in a week. So price can do whatsoever it wants to do, but that's what you should be doing. Okay, know if what you are doing, know how you want to get in, know price that you have already missed the best opportunity, and then knows the one that is giving you a fresh opportunity and all of that. One of the things I do is that when price has already given me an opportunity and I've taken advantage of it or I missed it, I wait for another opportunity. Okay, so this one now I want to see a massive rejection before I go in, even when I believe that it's still going to buy more. Okay, so I think I've been able to answer that question. Is there any other general questions apart from analysis that you want me to look into? I'm going to drop this analysis on YouTube, so